Hey y'all, hey, I'm Ashley and this is For Dizzy Birds. On this channel, we use a zero-based budget, cash stuffing, and savings challenges that actually make saving fun. Today's video is our Tuesday Tinies. It's the third one for the third week of January, so almost our last week for Tinies to get completed before we do our January roundup. We're also going to be working in our New Year Tinies binder. We're going to check in on the no spend and find out if Ashley was successful with her no spend over the last week. And we're also going to do our 2026 Year of Minis challenge. So grab your favorite drink, your favorite snack, and let's go Tuesday. Full disclosure, it's Monday for me. As per usual, I am filming just a tad bit ahead, and that's just the way we have to make it work. So I don't know how my Tuesday's going, but I hope yours is going fantastically. I can tell you my last weekend was great. We got all of our Christmas stuff put away, which just felt like a really overwhelming task, and was really determined to do that. We have a 3-day weekend, so I'm going to be going to take my grandma to get furniture. So it was important to get filmed ahead of time so that I would have time to focus on that. So I'll update you guys next week on how that goes, because she hasn't bought furniture in a really long time. So we've got a little bit of the whole sticker shock on how much everything costs, and then finding something that's just right for her house and for what she wants is going to be fun. So I'm looking forward to a day of shopping with her, and I hope we are successful in that. Update on the subscribers. If you didn't see my last video, we did hit 800. Actually, as of filming today, we are at 815, which I am just blown away, y'all. Love this community. You guys are so very supportive, and it's just such a blast to come on here and share my little journey with you, and have you all support me in that way is amazing. We do have a goal of hitting 1,000 subscribers by my birthday, which is February 23rd. So I don't know if we're going to hit that, but we are doing darn good, and I'm super happy about it. That being said, I did create a freebie for you guys on the Ko-fi shop. It is for the 800 subscriber freebie. So if you are subscribed and you follow my Ko-fi, you can go check that out, grab that up for you. And I'm already working on the 850 subscriber freebie so that I will have that ready to go when we hit that goal. Other than that, I think we can get straight to business. First up, before I forget, this little thing, 2026 Year of Minis. Now 2 weeks, I said in my videos that I wasn't 100% sure whose this was, because once I printed it and cut it out, it didn't have the logo or anything on here, and I was pretty sure it was Bookish Mama Budgets, and I went and I double checked, and it is in fact Bookish Mama Budgets. So we're going to do this one first because I have been setting aside money to do it, and I think I'm going to add it to my Save with Friends series on Saturdays now that and get it in its own little envelope, but I still don't have that worked out yet. I don't have my life totally together, y'all, just like mostly together. And maybe by next week it'll be in the right place. But this is Bookish Mama Budgets, and I'm not really entirely sure if I'm doing this the way that it was intended, but we're doing it in a way that makes sense to me. This is, to me, this is a roll a week, and there are a set of 4, so they can go out through the whole year. And I've got this one going as a D4 to start because our budget's really small, and then each card as we go to the next card goes up on the dice from a D4 to D6, D8, and I think a D10. So we're going to up the amount that we're saving every time we go to a new card. So, it's a fun little addition. I just like it. So we're going to do the D4 today. And look at that. It knew that we had $4 to spend. So let's go ahead and take that $4. It's not messing around. It's not messing around. So let me get my $4 here that I had set aside for it. So I betcha we find $4 more here, and we have a total of 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why don't we just trade that right back on in for a 5? and we are at $8 so far for this one with Bookish Mama Budgets. And I do think I'm going to add this to the Saturday series, Savings with Friends, but now I won't forget it. Okay, so typical Tuesday, we have to go over our no spend. Let me see, where do we have that? Put away. Here it is. All right, I know y'all are just can't wait to find out. So for me, the day that it is Sunday. And that means that you're seeing this on Tuesday. So there's 2 days that I don't actually know yet whether I will, in fact, have a no spend or not. But I can go ahead and figure up what we have done so far by this time. So this is the 18th. Okay, so I can update you that we did pretty darn good. And by we, I mean me, because my husband doesn't very rarely makes any purchases without me. It's all me. If I am messing up, it's all on me, really. I cannot blame him at all for that. So we between the 11th and the 18th, we have had 2 spend days. And I'm trying to think what they were even for. Oh, I do know. Okay, so one was for some supplies for Dizzy Birds for this business. So I've realized as I was preparing to ship out my monthly memberships, I did not have enough envelopes that I normally send. So we're going to set that for the 13th. That's when I ordered more envelopes. And that's okay. It is a necessity. It wasn't like it was a spend that I was just, making a bad choice or anything. It's just I didn't budget for it. I hadn't planned for it. So that's another reason why I really enjoy doing these, is because it gives you an opportunity to really focus in on what you're spending your money on and the things that you're forgetting to budget for. Because the more we can nail that down, the better off we are in the end every month, because we have a better like zeroed in budget than what we had before. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay. So the 16th, we also had a spend day. I did go down on my work day. I did not have snacks in my drawer, and I was having one of those days when I needed a snack. I was doing some pretty heavy work and I needed a brain break and a snack. And so I went down to the little, we have like a little convenience store in the lobby of our building, and I got me a snack. So that is a spend day. It is not budgeted, and it was a reminder that I need to keep snacks. Not only just do I need to bring my lunch, but I need to keep snacks in my office and handy so that I don't make bad decisions about that, because I can. All right, what color do I want to do here? I am losing track of my life. Orange. Let's do orange. Okay, so today's the 18th. It is nearly the end of the day for me. We are not making any purchase. We've been to the grocery store. It is done. The day is done. I can tell you that one of the things I am really proud of is we have done a really good job on what I call shop the pantry this month. We have not bought much in the way of groceries except for like staples, milk, butter, cereal for the kiddos, an onion here, a bell pepper here to go along with the food that we already had. So I've been working really hard, and I do that every January to make sure that we are using things that are already in our freezer and in our pantry to make dinners with. And it's surprising how much you can overlook if you're not doing that intentionally. So I had a really funny moment the other day with Finn because I was kind of being whiny. I was being a little whiny because I wanted a snack, and we didn't really have any snacks in the house. And I said there was no food in the house, and Finn, in all his sassiness, came over and said, "Yes, there is." And he took me to the pantry and he said, "Do you want any of this stuff?" And I said, "No, I don't really want any of that." And then he said, opened the refrigerator. He says, Mom, there's apples. And I kind of looked at him and I was like, well, he's right. There is an apple. I can have an apple and some almond butter. And so he made sure that I got my apple, and then he went right back to his video game. So he kept me from maybe making a poor choice and going and spending on some snacks or eating out or something like that. So even he's participating in our no spend, and I'm really proud of him. So as of today of January, we have made unplanned spending purchases on 3 days, but otherwise we have been completely no spend. If it wasn't already budgeted for, or a bill or something that is already planned to come out, we did not buy it. So we are doing really good. I'm still trying to decide by the end of the month what we want to do during our roundup, to determine how we're going to save for this, whether we're going to make this save a certain amount per day that we do spend or don't spend, or what we're going to do. But I will have that decided by the end of January, and I will share that with you during the January roundup. So that will be exciting, because I think that will be a nice extra save towards something, probably debt. Everything's probably debt. Okay, so we have our no spend done. It's time to get on into our normal old tinies and our good old trusty leopard binder here. And I've got our money. We're going to set that aside. We have our typical $30 ready to go for this. These are our buyback 5s that we're going to put in the back here. And then we have some spicy 2s. I know that's funny. Spicy 2s. How can they be spicy? Well, when you're going up against a 1, you're a little bit spicy if you're a 2. So we mix these little spicy guys in here just to make it just a little more fun. So $10 of the 30 is in 2s and the rest is in 1s. Get all of these prop dollars spread out here. And then I'm going to mix it up just a few more times just to make sure that we have it nice and spread apart. Here we go. All right, so that'll be ready to go. $30 there. Let's get our categories out. Let's see what we're saving for in the month of January. More or less the same categories that we typically save for, but there's always the opportunity to switch it up at the beginning of the month. Okay, so we have eating out in category number 1. The celebrations binder is going to be in category 2 this week. Little Birds is in 3. Fur babies, this is the only place they have a category right now, is in 4. 2026 challenge, which is either my 2026 box or the Mrs. Challenge 3 Mrs. Champions Ultimate 2026 challenge. We'll decide what we want to do with those. Our month ahead binder is in 7. In 6. Debt is in 7, and self-care is in 8. So a lot of the normal stuff there. We're not going to do any spread the love. We will basically be up to the dice. But I do think that I'm just in the vibe this week of getting everybody kind of some balanced attention here. So instead of doing the dice that tells me which one's going to get it, I'm just going to start here and work through 8 until we run out of this. So category number 1 is going to get 4 bills right off the bat. So that's a nice start for eating out. Have y'all ever done a no spend where you actually track what you are spending, and kind of actively trying to not spend? We have now done it every year for the past 3 years, and I have gotten much more verbal with it with my friends at work, to the point where I get asked out to lunch a lot, and I'm not complaining about that. That's nice. I have friends that want to go to lunch with me. But I used to not share with them that I was doing that. I don't know if it was because I was embarrassed, or I didn't want them to think I couldn't afford to go to lunch or something like that. It was just, I didn't share that information. And this year I was much more, and they all know that I do cash budgeting, and that it's kind of, I'm sure they think it's like a hobby. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know what this is, but it's definitely a big part of my life. And so while they don't know the details of it necessarily, they do know that I do that. And when I did start getting vocal about having a January no spend, that I was intentionally not spending things I didn't need to spend or that weren't budgeted. And that included eating out, that I was bringing my lunches to work. So At first, it took the first couple of weeks to remind them, oh, I'm not doing that, but I would happily come with you. I already ate my lunch, I already brought my lunch, whatever, right? And now the narrative is around, okay, well, I know, oh, Ashley, do you want to sit and have lunch with us? Or do you, let's meet in your office. I brought my lunch too. Let's eat together. So it's shifted, and they actually already know that I'm doing that. So I like to think in some ways I'm positively impacting their spending habits, and but if not that, they are at least remembering and helping to support me and my goals, and that's really nice. Okay, so category first one is $4 for self-care, and it looks like we had $1 here because these are $2 saves, and it looks like unless we have something buffer wise by the time we're done with today, we're going to still have this one because we can only color in 2 more candy canes, $2 each here. And we will just be lacking $1 essentially to complete this one for self-care. So we'll just have to see how the rest of this goes. You never know. And it looks like here we can go. Did I do that right? Yeah, we can get a buyback 5 here because we have $5. So far for self-care, we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. $30 and an extra 1 here. So we should have 32 when we are done. And we'll see. We'll know if we have an extra in a buffer somewhere, we know where it's going to go. Might not happen though. Might have to wait till next week. All right. Up next is debt, and it got a total of $4 as well. So kind of balanced so far. Ooh, nice. This one comes from Teacher Mom Budgets. Laura over at Teacher Mom Budgets. $4. So we're going to color in 1, 2, 3, and 4. And as we said, this is going to be $20 overall. And ooh, it looks like we have another buyback 5 right there. And so far we have $10. Yeah, that's right. $10 going towards debt, and just a little ways to go on that one. Okay, another one for month ahead. 1, 2, 3, and $4. Again, $4. It's a lucky number this week. This one comes from Budgeting with a Ginger. We just started this one, I think. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we've got a little ways to go on this one. And we don't have any more. We can condense that one down. So a total of $9. Okay. Up next, 2026 challenge just got $1. Well, let's see, what do we have? Ooh, we have a long way to go on this one. This one comes from Divine Savings Co. And with $1, that doesn't leave us a whole lot of options. We're just going to color in a 1 here. And a total of $7 so far for the 2026 challenge. I have a feeling we're going to have to use these the most towards my box challenge because those numbers are so high. Setting aside that amount each week is going to be rough here in the beginning until we get some more of that debt paid off. Okay, so we have another $4 for fur babies. And these, oh, this one cute, comes from Dramatic Panda. $1 each. So we're going to color in 4. I'm going to go ahead and do that, but I'm going to fast forward because I like to color these ones in fully, and it takes a long time. All right, $4 going in. Let's see. Yep, we can do another buyback 5 here. So we're starting to condense those down. We have a total of $10 so far for fur babies with $5 to go. All right. Little Birds also got $1. And Little Birds, we are doing one from Anna Banana Budgets here. Super cute snowman, building a snowman, and these little snowballs at $1 each. So we got a little ways to go on this one as well. $6 so far. Y'all, I don't know if you can hear Finn down there, but he is having a little like dance party by himself and singing and dancing. He's just having his best life down there. All right, celebrations. Budgeting with a ginger. Our cute little horse got $5. So this one's going to go towards the celebrations binder once we have it done. So we can color in 5 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we are halfway there now. We can go ahead and do a buyback 5 here. And we have a total of $8 of the overall 16. Little ways to go on that one. All right. And here we have, ooh, this one was a big winner this week. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. It was hogging all the money over here, but eating out is definitely an area we need it. All right, so every kiss begins with queso. In my dreams, it does. This one comes from Jamie RN Budgets. And with 6, oh, yes, or 7. Was it 6 or 7? See, memory. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Right? Yes. Jeez Louise. All right. So we're going to color in 7 of these 8 remaining chips with adorable little hearts here. And then we will be 1 away from completing this one as well. So we are very close on a couple. And good thing is we have 1 more week of savings for January. So we still have a chance to knock some of these out before our January roundup. Okay, so we have another buyback 5 here. And let's see what else we have back here. Ooh, that's perfect. Another buyback 5, and that's my last one, so that's perfect. We have a total of $15, which would be right because this should be 16 when it's done. $15 towards eating out, which we are doing none of right now. Maybe I'll actually stand a chance of getting that Buffer account back to where it's supposed to be because it is always overspent. Never budget. I always think I'm going to do better than I actually do. I always plan and I meal prep and I think I'm not going to eat out this week. And then someone will invite me to lunch and I will forget all of that. So I'm sure I'm not the only one that struggles with that, but that is definitely an area in which I see myself always overspending than what I planned. Okay, so what do we have left on our Tuesday video? We have our New Year's tinies, and these come from Pink Plum Budgeting. It is very similar to the s'mores binder. I just love this style of saving, so we're gonna keep doing it as much as it's working for me. Now we have $11 each week going in here. And then we put it all the way back here in the bank, just like we do with the s'mores binder. And it hides back here until we complete a challenge. And then we have our prop dollars here. And this one is a little bit different, whereas we only had 50 cents for the s'mores. We have a variety. We have 25 cents, we have 50 cents, we even have dollar bills in here. So I'm going to shuffle these up just a little bit just to make sure it's not the same as last week. And have a little variety there. And we're going to do this the same way we played the s'mores binder last week, where I'm going to start on category 1 and use the 4-sided dice to decide how many each category is getting. Okay? So starting with category number 1, let's see. All right, category number 1 is getting 1. 2. Oh, I still can't see it. Number 2 is getting 2. 3 is getting 3. 4 is getting 4. That's funny. Okay, now what are you going to do? 5. You're going to get 3. And 6 is going to get 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I think that's our last. Nope, we have 7. I can't remember. This one has 8. 1, 2. And then category number 8 is getting 2. And then we go all the way back to number 1. And we got 1 there. And 2 is getting 1. And that means 3 is going to get the last one. And I am going to this time go ahead and put a paper clip here to remember that this is where we left off last time. So that one's the first one to get in the rotation. Seems like a good, fair idea to me. All right, so category number 1 got a total of 75 cents. Let's see, what do we have in here? Okay, that works out pretty perfect because it looks like we had a 50 cents. So there's that 25 and another 50. Sorry, that was 25 cents. You needed 25 cents to finish that out. So we are getting close on this one. These come from Pink Plum Budgeting as well, and they're going towards month ahead. So super duper tinies, still little boosts. Category number 2 got a total of $1.50 this week. Let's see, what do we have in here? These come from Agape Book Club. Love her channel. Okay, so for the $1.50, we're going to color in 1 50-cent heart here, 1 50-cent heart here, and 1 50-cent heart here. Okay, so we are well on our way, and these are allocated to eating out. We have 1 card finished and 3 more to go on those. Okay, in category number 3, got a total of $1.75 this week. Big winner. All right, these are each 50 cents. They are also from Pink Plum, and it looks like they didn't get any love last week. So 50 cents means we need to color in $1 here, another 50 cents, $1 or 50 cents here, and then half of a square here for 75. So this is representing $1.75. I know I don't sound like I know what's going on, but I do, I promise. And if I don't, y'all tell me down in the comments. I know you will. Okay. All right. So we have in spot number 4, we got $1.50. $1.50 is the winning amount for this one. And these come from Budgeting with a Ginger. So we have some that are allocated for 25 cents. This one's completed. So in this case, we can actually do our normal. Yeah, we don't need these 25-cent ones. We'll save those. So we're going to do 50 cents, 50 cents, and 50 cents. So we are well on our way. And these are also going towards celebrations. And that is where we're going to start next week, because we put that handy dandy little paper clip there to remind us. I need to get some fancy paper clips. I have big paper clips, but I don't have fancy paper clips. All right, so 50 cents and 50 cents means $1 for category number 5. This is the other half of the set from Agape. So these are 50 cents each. These are 50 cents each. And these are 50 cents. And we have one that's 25 cents. So we did that so we could, no matter what we got, we would have like the right amount to not have to do half a heart, because that's heartbreaking. But since these all work out to be 50 cents, we can just color in 2 hearts on this card, and we are good and well on our way. I don't know that we will get these done in 1 more week, and that's okay. We're just going to keep playing them. And I know this is a New Year's themed book, but that doesn't mean you can't stick around for a little bit. We will just keep going. All right, so this one's completed. This one is not, and this one is not. Okay, so these are going to self-care when they're done. I got a little way to go on that. Okay, and category number 6, woo, big winner, $2 and $3, 3 whole dollars going to category 6. Let's see, what do we have here? These come from Budgeting with a Ginger. $1 for those two. That's the wrong end of the marker. Y'all, these markers are intense. This is stock, like, this is pretty thick card stock, and it still will bleed right on through. Okay, so $1, and these are 50 cents each as well. $2, and then $3. So we are almost done with this one. We just have $2 to go. And what is it going to? Yeah, I was like, did I do that right? Little Birds is going to get the love on that one. So see how it goes next week. Category 7 got a total of 50 cents. See who's back here. The rest of the set from Pink Plum. And 50 cents means we're just coloring in one square. Well, one square more than we had before we started this today. All right. All those little steps, they lead us towards final goals. Okay. In the final category, we got a total of $1. Let's see who's behind number 8. And the rest of the set from Budgeting with a Ginger is what we have back there. These are 50 cents each, so we're just going to color in these two and finish out this card. 1 and 2. All right, that one's done, and these are going to Celebrations when they're done as well. So split those sets up. All of those were freebies that I found on those creators' sites. I'll link them all down below, of course. And we are done with our New Year's Tinies for January week 3. Exciting, exciting. Okay, so we had we didn't have any completed challenges this in this video, I don't think. Yeah, they're all blurring together a little bit. When you pre-film, it's hard to keep them track. We did have a couple on our Monday minis, but none today. So hopefully next week we will see some get completed. I hope you all have a great rest of your week. Don't forget to go grab that freebie out of the Ko-fi shop if you are into cats and Valentine's, because that is my thank you to you. And if you wouldn't mind, give me a comment down below to let me know you're watching. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. We're trying to grow our channel. We'd love to have you along for the journey. I promise we're going to have some fun. And until I see you in the next one, y'all just hang in there.